What's going on, guys? Andy here with Cut and Clean Lawn Care. I am officially getting ready to leave and go on vacation. I'm going to do some fishing down at Lake of the Ozarks, and you guys are getting ready to watch an interview between me and Kevin at Fall River Lawn Care. So enjoy the video, like it, comment, subscribe to both channels, and this is a giraffe.
What I noticed from like day one, as soon as I found your channel, was you seemed natural in front of the camera like instantly.
Yeah.
And because like I don't know how much of my stuff you've watched, and
I watched
like some of my very first introduction video, I can't tell you how many times I wanted to take that video down because like I watch it and I'm like, oh my god. Because like I've always loved doing camera work and videos and things like that, but I was always behind the camera. I was never in front of the camera. So this whole being in front of it and talking to it, you know, I've had to grow into where I actually feel comfortable in front of the camera.
Right. Now with me, it's just been the way my personality has always worked, dude, through everything, through school. A lot of people hated getting up in front of the class to give presentations. I couldn't wait for that day, dude, because I knew I could just make everyone laugh and just kind of be an idiot, but do the thing you're supposed to do. But like in the same way, like I've had other channels on YouTube before for different things. I've done a lot of video editing for like gaming channels and making people's montages. But like you said, when it comes to YouTube, I wasn't so much in front of the camera on a lot of those videos. But all through high school, 2 years of college, man, I did a lot for broadcasting and stuff like that. In high school, we ran like a little news thing that could be watched during downtime, and I was like the lead person and all that shit, so I've been doing it for a while. I can't see you, so I gotta remember to look up here because all I can see is myself, and I keep...
Oh, my bad, dude. I forgot. Hold on just a second. There you go.
There it is.
You can see me now, can't you? There. Okay. I was wondering why you were looking all over the place. I was like, this dude is trying not to make eye contact.
When you record, do you have an LCD screen where you see yourself?
Yeah.
See, I took that away just because I had a habit of just looking off to the side over here.
Yeah. It's mine's above the camera, which, you know, typically I'm like this all the time.
So I thought you were blind for the longest time. Like, this guy wears sunglasses more than Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder put together. Like, I don't know how he's knowing what he's doing. But I am noticing something. You got two Bam Margera skateboards on the wall. Do you skateboard or did you skate?
I did, man. That's not even all of them. There's 2 more over here, and there's 4 more on this wall in front of me. I was a huge Bam Margera fan before he was ever Jackass or anything. Right. Back whenever he was 15 and was like a pro skateboarder. What made you decide to get into the lawn care side of YouTube?
Okay, when I finally decided to start my business, I was watching a lot of Geek to Freak stuff, just like everyone else. And what I liked so much about what he was doing is it was a completely different side. You got all these people that are like, I'm a business owner and I make all this kinds of money. Then you have this one guy who's just being extremely real and extremely open about what he's doing. Grabbing a push mower. Things like that. What I thought I could bring to the lawn care community is a little more entertainment value. That's not a knock or a shot at anybody. I like being more open. I like being a little more comical. And I think that can resonate with people. Just trying to be as much of a real person as possible to help engage that. And I just think it goes a long way doing something like that. You know, I didn't see a lot of that on there.
Yeah, I definitely felt like that's kind of what drew me to your channel was the comedy side of it. And you know, I even see the comedy in your comments whenever I've seen you comment on some of my stuff. And you know, the first time you commented, I kind of looked at it and I was like, what's this guy, I mean, how am I supposed to take this, you know? Yeah, it kind of was the first time I read one, and then, you know, then that's whenever I kind of watched some of your videos and I'm like, oh, okay, this guy's just kind of, you know, he's all about having a little fun, and, you know, sometimes you poke fun at yourself to have fun.
You have to, dude. You have to. That's one of my favorite sayings, man. If you cannot laugh at yourself do not laugh at anyone else, man. Just, it doesn't make any sense. You have to be able to laugh at yourself. But let's go. You bought your company, didn't you?
Yes.
All right, well, let's start with this one. Hey, Kevin. Andy here with Cut and Clean Lawn Care, and I want to know, what in this world made you want to purchase a lawn care company?
Okay, whenever I started out in this, I had lost my job. I had worked for a large company here in Arkansas for 10 years, and they outsourced my job and pretty much told me, you got 2 months and you're not going to have a job anymore. So at that point, I got on Craigslist, used my Home Depot lawnmower, actually the one that just died and I had to replace. I was using that, a little crappy weed eater, a hand blower, and I got on Craigslist and started trying to get yards. I was not a legitimate company at all. It was just, I wanted to test the water and see what I could do. And then from that, I decided quickly that I could grow this thing. And that's whenever I got online, originally just looking for some used equipment. And there just so happened to be a company in my town that was for sale. This guy wanted to get rid of it because he had 2 companies and he pretty much had to decide, you know, did he want to do lawn care or his other company? So he chose the other company instead of the lawn care. I get a lot of questions about this because of the fact that I purchased a company, and people are very curious about the customers that came with the company. And I actually had a question about this just the other day, and I haven't had a chance to answer it yet. And my problem with that, whenever I purchased this company, was that the customers had no contracts. So there was no guarantee. So right away, as soon as we sat down and started negotiating about this company, I told him pretty much bluntly that his customers were worth nothing to me because he couldn't guarantee them.
Right.
Because he was trying to tell me it was like 20, 21 customers, something like that was what he had. And I wouldn't pay for them. So we ended up negotiating the price down to where I felt like, okay, that's what the equipment, the trailer, you know, I also got yard signs and bed signs and postcards and websites, all the social media, you know, was already, all this was already built, especially the website. The website had been up for 2 years, so it was already working its way into Google, you know, because that takes time for people to look at the website and actually get listed in Google.
Oh yeah.
So those things was what I was comfortable purchasing. I wasn't comfortable to purchase the customers. I told him that I wanted them as part of it, but I wouldn't pay for it. Which luckily I did that, because out of those 20 customers he told me he had, I ended up with 8 of them.
Yeah, so, I was talking to Blake about that. I think he posted that in a video. He purchased some clients from someone else, and a lot of those clients also had a sour taste in their mouth because they were like, I was going with this guy, I knew what he was doing, I knew what he was about, now you're throwing this other guy at me. I can see how people can do that and have that little, you know, resentment towards that, not knowing, kind of being thrown a curveball, like I said earlier. Because what a lot of people don't notice in lawn care, you're not only getting that business to provide a service, but the lawn care guy kind of becomes part of that family. He's here every week, he does this stuff, he knows my kids, he moves the thing, you know what I'm saying? You got to welcome this person into your life, somewhere where you feel safe in your little area, you know. So I can kind of see how sometimes people can be that way, you know.
Okay, your other job that you're doing, is that a job that you're wanting to keep with, or is your goal to try to get away from that and build a full-time lawn care company?
Yeah, that's a good question. That's something that's always been kind of a catch-22 with like personal feelings I have towards it. I've been in that job for 11 years now. I've been doing the same thing for 10, and I was promoted to a supervisor. And that conflict and that struggle becomes real difficult for a lot of people that don't work a day job and do lawn care at the same time, because there's definitely those days where I was there for 8 hours and I made this certain amount of money, and then right after work I go into lawn care and double in 4 hours what I made in that 8. And that mental conflict can be difficult. I've definitely thought of getting rid of that job and going full-time. I'm actually on insurance through my wife's job because she gets a way better plan than we do through our work. My main conflict right now is my kid. I kind of want him to be in school, to have that daycare type of thing going on where I can do that. But it would be definitely something I'm interested into after a couple years, I think. My difficult one is the winter. That's the question I can't answer for myself. Yeah. I don't do snow removal, and I don't like being cold. So as long as I can manage my money, we might be okay. But I think it would be cool to do it full time.
That was just a small portion of Andy and I's talk the other night. Unfortunately, we had a little bit of audio issues, so a lot of it wasn't usable because you wouldn't have been able to understand what Andy was saying. So I used what I could to put this together. Andy is an absolutely awesome guy. He was so nice. That was the first time he and I had ever talked. We got along really good right away. Funny guy. If you have not seen his YouTube channel, I would suggest you go over there, you take a look at it, subscribe to him. He's putting out a lot of good videos. He's growing fast. It's an awesome channel that he's putting together. Super funny guy. But definitely go check him out. Check out his channel. Andy, I enjoyed the interview. I'm glad you took the time to come out and do that with me. I really appreciate it. Guys, as always, I appreciate you watching. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Go over to Andy's channel. Hit the subscribe button there also. And I'll see you next time.